Both buyers and sellers are thinking the Toronto real estate market has hit the bottom and is ripe for growth in 2024. And the number of terminated listings in Toronto increased by almost 50% in November of 2023 compared to last year. And the number of active listings across all major home types decreased between 7 and 43% from October to November. So there are far fewer homeowners looking to sell compared to last month. And then we have a lot of banks and economists predicting the Bank of Canada to drop their overnight lending rate in Q2 of 2024, while the 5-year bond yield has dropped considerably over the past month already, which has caused fixed rates to lower. My team and I have had far more meaningful conversations with buyers looking to make a move over the past month or so compared to the middle of this year. And when we ask why they're looking to purchase, the most common answer is because we think the market is going to go back up. And for sellers, it's the same ending, but a slightly different story. I've been working to source listings which have been terminated and relisted at lower prices for a few buyers looking to get the deal of the century. Now, some sellers terminate and relist, while others just completely terminate. And the conversations I'm having with those agents and my own sellers is that the homeowner is taking their home off the market, not relisting it until the spring. And why might that be? Well, because all of a sudden, CP24, the Financial Post, Move Smartly, Blog.to, and a ton of other publications are telling consumers that home prices could rise significantly next year. And most homeowners don't want to sell low, they want to sell high. And if the mainstream media is saying the future is bright, then why not wait? If you're new to my channel, my name is Macallum and I'm a real estate agent and team leader in the city of Toronto. If you'd like to chat about buying, selling, or renting, you can click the first link in the description of this video, and from there you can select a time that works best for you, and I'll give you a call. And if you learn anything from my videos and haven't already subscribed, please take 2 seconds to do so. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're almost there. Right now, we have 475 subscribers, part of our community. So please help me reach my goal of 500. In the Greater Toronto Area, sales decreased 6%, new listings increased 16%, active listings increased 41%, and the average price remained pretty much the same, and days on market increased 13 and 16%. Okay, so that was the entire GTA. So now let's take a quick dive into the City of Toronto data to see what's going on. The Toronto real estate market was really like a roller coaster this year, and we use that comparison quite often, but actually, take a look at this data here. The market was up and down throughout the year, but we ended up at very similar prices compared to last year. The average price for a detached home in November of 2022 was $1.56 million, while in November of 2023, it was $1.62 million. The average price for a semi in November of 2022 was $1.19, while in November of 23, it was $1.22. And here's where we get a little bit off track. The average price of a townhouse was $1.22 in November of 2022, while in November of 2023, it was $1.1. But we're back on track with condos because in November of 2022, the average price was $734,000, and in November of 2023, it was $720,000. We saw strong price growth at the beginning of 2023 until around May and June when the Bank of Canada increased their policy rate again. And then let's take a look at the number of sales, which is tragically low at this point compared to May of 2023. And speaking of sales, I saw this chart posted by Daniel Foch the other day, which shows the approximate number of ends per realtor on TRREB. There are typically 2 ends on each side of the sale, a buy end and a sell end. And this chart is showing in 2023, TRREB realtors are closing only 2 ends on average, so only 2 sales. And the number of new listings is decreasing across all major home types, which is expected for this time of the year. And as I said earlier in this video, sellers have a positive outlook on the market right now, which is delaying some people bringing their homes to the MLS. But of course, there are homeowners who need to sell. Now let's take a look at the number of active listings. And this is the chart I want to spend the most time on because I find it the most interesting and it shows how sellers have a positive mindset about the real estate market next year. Let's start off by taking a look at the yellow line, which is condos. In October, there were 4,800 active listings, and in November, there were 4,500 active listings, which is a 7% drop. And don't get me wrong, that's not a massive decrease in active listings, but wait until you take a look down at the freehold market. Detached homes in blue had 1,900 active listings in October and 1,500 active listings in November, which is a 27% drop. And semis, which are in orange, had 454 active listings in October and 318 in November, which is a 43% drop. And finally, we have the townhouse market in gray, which had 190 actives at the end of October and 144 at the end of November, which is a 32% drop. And I'm sure you're doing what I did when I was reviewing this data. What were the numbers like in November of 2022? Well, active detached listings increased 16% year over year, semis up 15%, townhouses up 23%, and condos up 34%. So how can buyers and specifically sellers have a positive outlook on the market if active listings, or otherwise known as supply, is increasing on a year-over-year basis? Well, because active listings are a result of mindset. If we take a look back at the difference in active listings between October and November of 2022, we see some major differences. Detached dropped 14%, semis 13%, townhouses 3%, and condos 6%. And that was from October to November of 2022. And if you recall, in 2023, from October to November, detached dropped 27%, semis 43%, townhouses 32%, and condos 7%. Active listings are dropping at a faster rate than this time last year, and I anticipate that trend will continue when the December market data is available from TRREB. And we can't talk about the 2024 Toronto market without talking about how interest rates impacted the world of real estate. I think I've shared this chart in another video, but if I haven't, then let me give you a quick description. I wanted to track each interest rate hike and the average sale price on an ongoing basis. That way I could see exactly how the market reacted to the Bank of Canada increasing rates. This chart looks specifically at freeholds in blue and condos in green. And of course, the Bank of Canada target interest rate is in orange. I split the chart into 5 sections moving from left to right. The first section, rates went up and prices went down more significantly. In the second section, rates continued to go up, but not as drastically, and prices lowered a little bit. In the third section, rates held and prices increased $200,000 for freeholds and $100,000 for condos. In the fourth section, rates went up again, which caused the market to soften. And then in the fifth and final section, rates remained unchanged at 5%, which caused some price fluctuation primarily within the townhouse market segment, explaining the decrease. So basically, in summary, rates go up, prices go down. Rates stay unchanged, prices either go up or remain flat. But what happens when rates go down? That's the mentality of many homeowners right now. When economists, banks, and the financial markets are predicting rate cuts, it's an easier decision for homeowners to wait, if they can, with the potential for their real estate to go up in value.